The court has received the following question from the jurors. Your client needs to be here.
Who's here?
No,
Oh,
I mean,
up here.
all right, we're going to go on the record. The court has received the following question from the jurors. Judge, we the jury started out as 9-3 vote, and after deliberation, we were able to come to the 11-1. The one juror has reviewed the evidence, testimony, and the law over 3 times and is steadfast in their belief. Juror has stated, regardless of the time spent deliberating, they will not be able to change their stance. We, the jury, would like to know what is required to declare a mistrial. Have both parties had a chance to review the question? State?
Yes, Judge.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state, what is your request?
Judge, we asked them to continue deliberating. This has to be a unanimous verdict. This is not the first trial. This is the second retrial. And I think both sides do deserve some sort of closure. I know what the answer or what the question says. I read it. However, we should also have them, they have been deliberating for a while. They probably need some rest. Maybe tomorrow, with a fresh mind, they can revisit their views and maybe come to an agreement.
All right, defense, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, this is the second note saying that they are not going to change their minds. So we would ask for a mistrial at this time.
All right, just give me a moment to think about what both parties are asking for, and then I will give you my decision. Give me 2 minutes.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, we're back on the record. I'm going to give both parties a chance to make their final argument with regards to the supplemental charge to the question from the jury. So, just so the record can be clear, state and the defense, you both had an opportunity to review the jury question. State,
Yes, Judge.
defense.
Yes.
Would anyone like a copy of this question so that you can make your argument, not just from memory, but based upon what's in the question?
If you made the copy already, I would like one, Judge, but
All right, let me make the copy.
Oh,
Just
what-
1 second.
it's okay, then in that case.
Yeah, let's make 2 copies of that.
Sorry,
We'll make 2 copies so people can argue from that. And if anyone would like to present arguments based upon the other questions that the court has received, you're more than welcome to do so, of course.
I don't know if it's
Thank you.
All right, when either party is ready, just let the court know.
State's ready. We're ready.
All right, so, State, what are you requesting for a supplemental charge?
We are requesting, Judge, that the jury come back tomorrow to continue deliberating for at least the morning, at least until noon. The jury has listened to testimony in this trial, a 6-hour testimony. And the evidence, they have been deliberating for about 5 hours, but most of the deliberation was in the afternoon of today. In the response that we received, the most recent one, at 4:45 PM, the jury indicated to us that initially they were at 9 to 3. And then they moved to 11 to 1. That to me shows me that there is movement. And if they continue deliberating, I believe that we can get to a unanimous verdict. Additionally, this is a retrial. In the first trial, we had a split of 9 to 3, it's my understanding, which because we are at 11 to 1, we are very close at getting the unanimous verdict for both sides to get their closure. I think if we allow the jury the morning of tomorrow to continue deliberating once they are rested, and they look at the case after a good night's sleep, they may be able to reach the unanimous verdict. Afternoon tomorrow, if there is no decision that is unanimous, we can definitely consider and talk about the mistrial. But because this is a retrial, I cannot stress this enough. Had this been the first trial, maybe we can give them a little more leeway and ask the court to grant the mistrial. But in this case, we're just trying to ensure that justice is done and that we are able to make sure that that we don't use more resources. Again, if we have to, if this is not gonna be the end of the case, we would like there to be a final answer here. And I'm confident that because there was movement from 9 to 3 to 11 to 1, that we're gonna get to the 12 jurors to be unanimous. So we ask that the court releases the jury, whether they're secluded or not, that's the decision up to the court, but releases the jury for the day and have them continue deliberating tomorrow, maybe at 8, 9:30 or 9, all the way until noon at least.
All right. And then defense.
Your Honor, we're requesting a mistrial. Whether this is a first trial, second trial, third trial, this is an independent jury of their own. This is an independent case. So if the state agreed that this should be a mistrial in the first trial, it should be a mistrial in this one. The deliberations have almost met the testimony. We didn't take into account breaks for testimony, but it's pretty even. This is the third question that we've had. All three questions deal with that the jury cannot decide. The last question that we received also said that they were at 11 to 1, and the juror would not change their mind. That's their true verdict, and they will not change it. This one states it even further, that they've tried, they've continued to try after the court told them to. They followed the court's instructions, and this juror has is steadfast in their belief and is not going to change no matter how much time. At this point, anything other than declaring a mistrial would be trying to force that juror to change their true verdict. The court has already given an Allen charge hours ago. In this case, there's no videos, there's no long records, there's nothing for the jurors to sit back there and be reviewing. They've been basically just talking about the testimony from the case. So with all those things taken into consideration, we're asking for a mistrial.
All right, everyone, just give the court a moment. From both sides. And here's the court's question. Do both parties agree that at 6 p.m., then there will be equal time spent deliberating as it was with testimony? State?
That fact is correct, Your Honor.
Defense, do you agree to that?
Yes, I think at that point that it'll be more.
All right, but 6 p.m. will be equal time deliberation, but equal time testimony. Is that correct?
At least equal or more deliberation. Yes, Judge.
All right, 6 o'clock will be equal time. I'm trying to understand because we both agreed off the record on when the jury recessed when they heard testimony, and how long they've been deliberating. Based upon the times that both the state and the defense agreed on, and I actually gave more leeway to the defense with regards to the time deliberating. And by that, I mean stating that the jury had deliberated more than what the state believed. Based upon the court's calculation, if at 6 p.m. the jury has not reached a verdict, then past 6 p.m. will be past the amount of time that, past that time will be more time than was spent with testimony. Is that correct, state?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that correct?
According to the court's time calculations, yes, that would be correct, Your Honor.
All right, so the court proposes the following supplemental charge, which is, I have received your note, please continue your deliberations. And I will have them to continue deliberate till 6 p.m. And then if I receive another note, or if a verdict has not been reached by 6 p.m., of course, I'll hear whatever motions either side wishes to present. All right, so is there any objections to that supplemental charge? State?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any objection to that supplemental charge?
We would still request a mistrial, but if the court is going to give a supplemental charge, then as far as the charge itself, no, we don't object to that language. We do object to giving it altogether.
All right, any objection to the court sending the question, the answer back to the jurors?
Not from the state, Your Honor.
No further objection.
All right. And we're off the record. So defense, if you have another motion at 6, depending on where we are, of course, the court will strongly consider that.
We want transcript for review. It's not even close.
All right, we're back on the record.
Not on the record.
Oh,
Can we stop the clock of deliberating?
no,
Nope.
just one second. Let me
continues.
call her. We're going to go on the record. The jurors have sent the following question out. The question is, Judge, juror would like to ask for the court transcription of testimony for review. Have both parties had a chance to review the question? State,
Yes.
defense?
Yes.
Have both parties had a chance to review the proposed supplemental charge from the court? State,
Yes.
defense?
Yes.
Any objection to the supplemental charge? State,
No objection.
defense?
No objection.
All right, any objection to the question and answer being sent back to the jurors?
No objections.
No, Your Honor.
Oh, thank you.
Put that back. Yep.
First question, Judge requests testimony, Nurse Verine's testimony regarding her findings after Jesus was examined. Question number 2, Judge requests mother's testimony regarding what Jesus told her about defendant's action on February 21st, 2021 at 5 a.m. Third question, Judge Jesus's testimony regarding defendant's action on February 21st, 2021 at 5 a.m. Fourth question, Judge requests testimony, Sergeant Salazar's testimony regarding attempts made to contact the defendant. Judge requests testimony, Sergeant Salazar's testimony regarding attempts made to obtain outcry statement. All right, so as both parties are aware, there needs to be a discrepancy. So the first question the court has with regards to question number 1, Judge requests testimony, Nurse Verine's testimony regarding her findings after Jesus was examined. Is there anyone here who believes that is a discrepancy? State,
No, Judge.
defense?
No, Your Honor.
Question number 2, Judge requests mother's testimony regarding what Jesus told her about defendant's action on February 21st, 2021 at 5 a.m. Does either party believe that's a discrepancy to testimony?
No, Judge.
No, Your Honor.
Number 3, Judge Jesus' testimony regarding defendant's action on February 21st, 2021 at 5 a.m. Do either parties believe that that is a discrepancy in testimony? State,
No, Judge.
defense?
No, Your Honor.
Question number 4, Judge requests testimony, Sergeant Salazar's testimony regarding attempts made to contact the defendant. Does anyone believe that's a discrepancy in testimony or their understanding of what was said? State,
No, Judge.
defense.
No, Your Honor.
Question number 5, Judge requests testimony, Sergeant Salazar's testimony regarding attempts made to obtain an outcry statement. Does either party think that is a discrepancy? State,
No, Judge.
defense.
No, Your Honor.
All right, and then with regards to those questions, the court proposes the following supplemental charge. I have received your notes. Under the law, I cannot read testimony back to you generally. You must have a dispute about the testimony that you are asking about, and you will need to specify exactly what you are in dispute about. If the jury specifies as to what they are in disagreement about with regard to the statement of any witness, then they may, upon application to the court, have read to them from the court reporter's notes just that part of such witness testimony or the particular point in dispute and no other. Any objection to that being the answers?
Not
State.
Not from the state, Judge.
Defense?
No, Your Honor.
We'll go off the record. All right.
From prior and re-request a mistrial at this time for the
Oh.
same reasons.
All right, so you're requesting a mistrial for the previous reasons that you placed on the record?
Correct, Your Honor.
All right, state.
Yeah, we ask that you deny the request, after the last note, the 4:45 PM note that we received from the jury. It's very clear because there's been two additional questions, well, several questions that came forward that the jury is continuing to deliberate. And they have requested additional information, which the court will now provide them with the answer. We ask that they just continue to deliberate until they reach the unanimous verdict, and if the court wishes to sequester them, then we have no objections.
All right, then what the court will do is the court will send back the answers and allow the jury to continue their deliberation while arrangements are made for sequestration. Any objections to the court allowing them to continue their deliberations until arrangements for sequestration is completed?
No, Judge.
No objection to that.
All right. Any objection to the court sending the answers back to the jurors?
No, Judge.
No, Your Honor.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so what this means if, yes, we're off the record. So we will be back on Saturday, and we'll be back on Saturday at 9 a.m.
Yes,
for
Judge.
them to continue their deliberations. And of course, Deputy Laura will let you all know. I think defense, you know how to enter the courtroom after hours. Is that correct or no? All right. The deputy will show you how to do it. It's by the Sally Port, and you just buzz in.
Oh, okay, that's where we leave. Okay.
Yes, and I will send an email if there's not an issue. I'll send an email to let them know that you all will be coming in. And so if you could write a list of the name of people who will be coming with you. That includes Mr. Alejandro's name, and if any of his family members are coming as well, if you include their name as well, so that they'll know to expect you all.
Your
Thank you.
Honor, in the event, likely or unlikelihood that we get a verdict and it is a guilty, would we be starting sentencing on Saturday?
Yes.
Thank you.
And we are off the record. So just so we're clear on what is going to happen. So the jurors are being sequestered. We're going to meet tomorrow at 9 a.m. Deputy Laura, just let us know when you're able to get the jurors here. I know they want to have breakfast. So the jurors may not be here exactly at 9 because they're going to be allowed to have their breakfast, but we will be here at 9. And there's an issue, or there may be an issue with persons entering through the Sally Port because it's after hours. So what we decided to do is we're going to meet at 9 a.m. by the fountain. And state, you'll bring your witnesses, but if you'll just have them at the back of the courthouse that's across from the fountain.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and that will be at 9. And it would just be to make sure that there are no issues with persons entering the courtroom. So what I will do is I'll walk the state in first because it'll be easy for them to have their witnesses come in because they're with the state. I'll just walk them to the door to make sure that they're able to get in. Once they're able to get in, I'll come back to the fountain and make sure that you all are able to get in. Is that okay with everyone?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, then we will shut it down for today. See everybody on Saturday.
All right.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, hopefully LSU wins this weekend. We shall see.
Oh yeah, can we stream football outside?
We should try. And I think Florida is playing Texas.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So we'll see what happens. We don't know what